Hey, what's poppin', Real 16 TV? It's Cuz OP here, back with another reaction. This time I'm reacting to Joe on Ronda Rousey criticism of the UFC. Now, I seen what she had to say about Khabib, and I kind of get what she means when she was basically saying, like, if you stop while you're still the champion, everybody's gonna look at you on a higher status than they would if you wait until your worst moment happens, then quits. But to be fair, you did wait until right after you got beat up. Now, I'm a big fan of Ronda Rousey. I think she's pretty too, on top of beating people up. Now, I was watching her highlights just a month ago, and it was pretty, you know what I'm saying? Her getting beat was fucked up, but like the rest of it was pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with what she's saying, but we're going to see what Joe Rogan and them have to say about it. This is on the Joe Rogan podcast. Screen recording starting in 3, 2, 1. Video playing now. Joe Rogan Experience, whatnot. I might edit that part out.
Like, those things are hard. Like, the UFC doesn't get the credit it deserves in terms of the promotional machine. Like, that's a smooth running machine.
Oh, yeah.
That machine's been around for a long time.
It promotes itself.
Polished. Between the production, all the guys in the truck, the directors, the producers.
No, they're the best of the best.
Yeah, they're the best. It's hard, and then you got all the best fighters. And it's like the product. So when they have a fight like Holloway and Oliveira, and like, oh, this fight wasn't good. Like, that's a great fight, man. It's just you can't be a casual.
People are just bloodthirsty.
It just didn't have the triumphant moment. You know, it's crazy. Gladiators have been like a thing since the beginning of time. I'm sure even tribes before that have had like combat for entertainment and whatnot, and to show who was the best warrior and whatnot. It's like, it's ingrained in us to want to see niggas fight. It's ingrained in us to fight. Like, I think actually Joe Rogan is the one who said this, or somebody, but like, somebody in your DNA was some sort of warrior or a survivor. Even if he wasn't a warrior, even if he was a snake and did all types of sneaky shit and stuff like that, he did something to make it to the day. There's some sort of fight in you. No matter what type of fight it is, there's some sort of fight in you.
Yeah, you know, like, listen, to do that to Max Holloway's crazy. Do you not appreciate that? Go watch baseball.
Wrestlers, great grapplers have never done that.
Baseball's boring.
I know, it's nuts. It's nuts if you think about it.
Yeah. It's exciting, man. The UFC's definitely the best at it. With this whole Paramount thing, I was kind of, we'll see how it turns out. I was kind of worried. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, baseball became America's favorite sport when there wasn't shit to do all afternoon. I just want to throw that out there. Like, at this point, we just running with it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with baseball. Shout out to the baseball players and stuff. Actually, I know him. I forgot about this. Shout out Tyler Penner. Yeah, Tyler Penner. I know somebody that went and played baseball for the Diamond. I think it's the Diamondbacks. He went and played baseball for him, and he went to my school and all that. And like, there's pictures of us and all that. We like grew up together, partners. But baseball's boring as fuck. I played baseball. Shit was boring. I'd be getting in trouble for talking to girls through the fence and all types of shit. Shit was boring.
Pay-per-view off the table. Mm-hmm. How much is UFC going to put the biggest fights together? Because they don't need to sell pay-per-views. They're guaranteed money. Right. You know, I was just wondering if that would not water it down, but it would get a bunch of weaker cards, and I'm still waiting to find out, man.
Well, it is weird, right? Because with pay-per-view, you're always building it up so that people buy it. And then it also points. Like, the fighters get paid points. So how are fighters getting paid now?
I've been asking every show at work. I ask everybody. I want to know, because
I ain't gonna lie, that too, but how does the bonuses and stuff work? Because not that I could make it to the UFC, but I'd do that shit if they let me. And I know you can get bonus. I wonder if it's like, here comes the boom. If I get knocked out and I lose, I know you still get a whole bunch of money, but if I got like a cold ass knockdown and still lose, do I get the bonus, or you only get the bonuses for all the cool shit if you win? And I'm not saying I would lose, but you know what I'm saying? If you still get money on the loss, you might as well quantify that shit too, you feel me? You might as well figure out how much you get paid for that shit too. You might as well. This is why I get on the high end, this is why I get on the low end, but I'm getting something.
Partner multiple fights with the UFC. If there's, and that was always the thing they kind of, in discussion about contracts and about future fights, that they kind of held over you. Like,
right,
you win this fight, one day you're going to fight for the belt, you're going to get pay-per-view, your life's going to change. That was always the carrot they hung, like, to make, to do anything. That was the goal, to one day fight for the belt and get pay-per-view money. Okay. But now that that's gone, I mean, Conor's not going to fight. Even Justin at the White House, there's no way these guys aren't fighting with that backdoor money. So they must be just guaranteeing them a bigger I don't know.
Well, I think Justin would fight no matter what. because it's for the title. This is his last fight.
Well, the title.
To a degree, I think all that fighting should be about the glory, and you're getting paid for the glory. You know what I'm saying? I get like going into it for the money and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's like, nigga, I'm the number one in the world, and I might not necessarily truly be number one in the world, because it's not like this is Street Fighters or one of these fighting TV shows where everybody just searches out the best to see if they can always be the best. This is like, if you feel like doing this and you got the time, let's go do this shit, basically. But like, I'm still the best in the world. I mean, this belt is up for the taking. Come get it. You ever seen Afro Samurai? You know what I'm saying? You have to be good enough to beat the second best person to fight the number one person. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a war just to be good enough to fight who's considered number one. Like that. I think that's how it should be.
It's the title. It's at the White House. He's a patriot. It's the last fight. You know, I think he would fight no matter what.
Clearly, I'm a big fan of fighting martial arts and
whatnot. Ronda Rousey,
it's my shit.
you know, she's promoting the Netflix fight. She made, I don't know if you saw what she said, but she had this big, long speech about the UFC selling for $7 billion, and these fighters aren't making enough money. And, you know, look, she made some good points. And the most important thing is that she gets the conversation out there, and it puts pressure on the UFC to pay people more.
I think they should get paid more, but I also don't think, I think once you get to a certain level of money, you not realizing like a motherfucker will fight somebody. There's people out here that will fight their heart out for a whole lot less. You know what I'm saying? There's people out here willing to fight damn near to the death for 5 bands, bro. For 5 bands. Hey, if they allow, hopefully the world doesn't go here, but if they allowed niggas to fight to the death, there'd be motherfuckers in there fighting to the death. No kizzy. Like, it wouldn't even be an argument for some bread. For some bread, I ain't gonna get in trouble. For some bread, like, you know what I'm saying? That shit is, so I get like them needing more money, because they're doing their thing. And at the level that they are on, this is how much they're worth, so they deserve that. But at the same time, it's like, bruh, there's some motherfuckers out here with some real talent in this world that ain't never touched a decagon, an octagon, or whatever, and they would fight a nigga right now for a lot less money. They just not in the, they don't have the opportunity, you know what I'm saying?
You know, and if Netflix can become successful,
so that's what UFC need to do. They need to do a thing where they like, hey, we're giving a amateur fighter that looks like he has the ability to keep up. We're gonna do the amateur, you know what I'm saying? Beat the star, take down the giant. Some clever ass name where we're gonna try to give a nigga his first contract and see if he can take on somebody that's well known. And if he wins, he gets a contract and the bread, which they probably do something like that. And if he loses, you know what I'm saying, he's still well known and he gets some bread. Like, he ain't gonna just go back to like the he don't matter pile. He gonna count for something. You know, like that show they used to have.
Well, at MMA,
they had the Kimbo Slice was on it.
Cards together and pulling fighters away. Like right now, they're doing a one-off, right? It's one-off, and it's kind of a gimmicky thing.
And listen, this payroll is going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy.
You got Ronda, Francis, Nate. Everybody's getting
crazy money.
The payroll's going to be nuts.
But
hey, that card is clean.
It's Netflix.
Hey, Ronda, if you've been Francis Ngannou, cool. Even though Francis Ngannou done lost too much weight, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? The way he looked for UFC is not the way he looks for boxing. And I feel like he converted as far for like money purposes. But I'm like, bruh, how much is your overhead that you getting pissed off about getting paid like damn near $1 million to knock somebody out? Even 500,000, your overhead gotta be crazy, nigga. Maybe minimize your life so this money lasts. Like, swear to God, I know it do. I don't know him personally, but somebody I knew. All right, there's a boxer that's out of Pensacola, Florida, and I ain't gonna say his name. Well, a UFC fighter and stuff, and he was supposed to fight somebody from No Jumper, I think 4 Extra or stuff like that. Well, somebody I know used to like smash his baby mama and stuff, and he had got 50 grand, and he blew that shit all in 3 months. And like, I know I'm not in the position to understand how you could blow 50 grand in 3 months, because you know, when you broke me, you'll make $1,000 last month. So you feel me? Like, it's a different type of lifestyle, but it's like, man, your overhead too high if you just blowing that money like that.
Around a lot of ridiculous money. They make so much money. Mm-hmm. So they can kind of do that. The question is, are they going to do that more than once? So if they do that more than once, then what happens is It's all about the name of the fighters, just like boxing. Like in boxing, no one cares if it's Golden Boy
No,
or
of course.
Bob Arum. Nobody cares about that. What they care about is who's fighting who. Is it Benavidez? Who's he fighting? Is he fighting Bivol? Let's go. That's a great fight.
It makes the person
So
the star,
if
not the
Netflix
UFC.
can kind of do the boxing thing on Netflix with like big name stars, they can be a major player, and that will elevate everybody's pace.
I agree.
So
and they
it's-
getting
it's not like,
podcasting.
oh, Ron
I ain't gonna lie,
Rogers.
Netflix is out the game with this shit because they're getting podcasting. They have the regular streaming. You can play games on that motherfucker. I think at one point in time you could play the original Grand Theft Auto on that motherfucker. Like Netflix is doing their shit. They got boxing on there. They had all them original shows. They changed the game with the Netflix Marvel shows, even though they gave them back to Marvel. I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember thinking like, man, this is like the best thing on this bitch. Now they got a whole bunch of other good stuff. I think Beef is coming out with some new shit. Netflix is tough. I know this was about UFC, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Netflix need to be talked about more. Them niggas is doing some shit over there. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. They're like, they're killing the monopolies. They buying shit up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They're back on the UFC and talk shit like that.
Random as fuck too. Tubi was smart as fuck for getting Cartoon Network shows. They just didn't get enough of them. You know what I'm saying? I know this don't matter. This is a personal preference. But how you gonna have Ed, and Eddie? What's it called? Kids Next Door, but no Billy and Mandy. You feel me? Like, come on now. I don't know. This is me.
If what she's saying doesn't make any sense, she can't say it, right? So if what she's saying makes sense, then you have to go, she's got a point.
Yeah.
She's got a point. She's got a point. They sold it for $7 billion.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I agree with him. We're gonna end it there because of time purposes, but I am gonna say this, right? At first I thought she was talking about the Khabib thing and the champion thing. If we're talking about how much money they should get paid, you know what I'm saying? I think they should be paid what they worth. And if I didn't brought this many people to come watch me like this many times, I'm not saying that you have to pay me more than other people, because that does make, that makes individual stars more important than the actual thing that's going on. But there should be bonuses. You know what I'm saying? There should be a standard pay. But if something exemplary happens, then you should get a bonus based on the exemplariness. I think I see Dana White give a motherfucker an extra $1 million bonus. So I don't think he's not thinking about people. I just think he's paying out as far as he feels like this did something. You know what I'm saying? Which, depending on who you are, you might find that to be right or wrong. You know, I'm not here to judge right or wrong. I'm just here to react. Continue to like, subscribe, and share. Continue to fuck with me. Holler at me. Bye.